What up, world? What up, media? This is Drewize. Coming at like this. Drewize Topics. Today's topic I want to talk about, this morning, it's like, I think 4 something in the morning. You know what I'm saying? It's that time, on the East Coast. And this is a topic concerning a particular race woman, the black woman, and also the biracial woman. The topic is the nature of your hair and the origin of your hair and how do you do the proper way of taking care of your hair and coming away from relaxers and chemicals and all that stuff like that. First off, black women today, in today's world, this era, this time of 2016 and the years before. Now, since years have gone on, it was a particular time when black women hair was long, flowing all the way down to the floor. And it'd be dragging. And that's because black women at that time did not even thought of or even think about creating some type of perm or chemical to straighten your hair. At them times, in them old times, I seen this on YouTube. This wasn't no sketch. This wasn't no pic. This wasn't no drawing. It was a picture of a black woman. Her hair was long and flowing. It was talking about back then how black women was back there. Her hair was long past her ass. So my topic is what I'm talking about. Black women need to know the nature and the origin of their hair in the proper way, how to take care of their hair. And the biracial woman. Now, for black women and biracial women, if your hair is kinky, or is they so-called nappy, or is soft, or is thick, Now, if your hair is soft texture and is thick, you have to do it this way. Don't put no relaxer or no chemicals in your hair, because if you have soft texture of hair and it's thick like that, do not put no chemicals in it, because them chemicals will eventually damage your hair. The moment you put it in your scalp, that's when you damage it. Now with people, black women, certain black women or biracial women that got kinky hair or nappy hair, you can go to the store, like some beauty supply store or some type of Walmart or Target or something like that, and purchase some texture, texture for your hair. If you get these texture products, that's low, not high in chemical. So you got it's chemicals and everything, and shampoo and all that stuff like that. But you got to add texture in your hair, so it can loosen. You can say add texture, and moisture and stuff like that. Just like they put out stuff like, all these moisturizers and stuff like that, all that stuff. You don't have to put all that moisturizer in your hair, because what you're doing is you clogging up your pores in your scalp, suffocating your scalp pores. So what you do is you go out to a store, or whatever type of store is in your town. You go purchase a light grease, a light grease that could absorb fast, but it still be in your hair because it's oil, But when you do these things, like put chemicals in your hair and stuff like that, you're robbing the nature of your hair and the chemistry of your hair. So you have to come away from that. And that's why you see so many black women or biracial women's hair is the way it is now. It's short, broke off, uneven, because what they did with their hair previously, what they was trying to do, straighten it out and stuff like that. And another thing, if you want a straight look hair, you have to flat iron or hot comb, do things like that. You know what I'm saying? But don't do it as often when you flat iron your hair or hot comb your hair. You know what I'm saying? But just like this, the stylist, I ain't trying to offend your profession, but the stylist, the female stylist or the male hairstylist, doesn't study the origin or the nature of your hair. Only thing they study and they take up is styling and different styles and color and stuff like that for your hair. But they do not, when you go to some salon or some place they do hair, they do not study the origin of your hair or the nature of your hair, why your hair is kinky or soft texture or is thick and nappy or whatever. They don't study that. You know what I'm saying? Truth be told, the reason why kinky hair came about and nappy hair came about because particular time black folks, black women, and black men was split up in tribes all across the world. You know, so we were split up, you know what I'm saying, a particular time, our hair was, you know, straighter, you know what I'm saying, it had a curl to it, but it was straighter, you know, and parts of the earth climate, you know what I'm saying, some parts of the earth was all in the sun and that it was hot, and some parts of the earth was cold and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, because if you look at, I can say this about myself. See, over here in Ohio on the East Coast, it's wintertime. So my hair tend to do this. I know I got thick hair, you know what I'm saying? But my hair, because I got long hair, my hair does this in the wintertime, start to notice. It start to get softer and straighter out because it's colder, you know what I'm saying? And it's soft. So, and when the summertime comes around, it tends to thicken up. You know what I'm saying? Taking a whole lot of moisture and all that, just thicken up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it just lose that straightness a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It get curly. But in the wintertime, it get cold. It gets straighter. You know, it's still thick, but it gets straighter when I brush it out with a wig brush. You know what I'm saying? And another thing, when you have soft tone hair or soft hair like that, you cannot comb it with a comb like that doing all this. You have to take a wig brush and brush it out. You know what I'm saying? Brush it out, brush your hair with a wig brush. You know what I'm saying? That's what I use. You know? So you can go on my Facebook page or whatever. You can see my certain pictures. My hair comes down past my shoulders. So now right now it's in a ponytail. You know? But the thing is, when you go out to these beauty supplies, salons and stuff like that, get your hair done or go out to these stores, you know, the stylist is, like I said, the stylist did not study the nature or the origin of your hair. They just study how to chemicals and coloring and trimming and blah, 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 blah. They don't know the nature and the origin of your hair. You know what I'm saying? So they'll tell you this, like when some women walk into the salon, that black woman look at each other, it's like, oh, your hair is short. I can get your hair to grow. Yeah, that's their opinion of saying I can get your hair to grow. But if you take care of your hair right, you know what I'm saying, it will grow. You know what I'm saying? Come away from them chemicals. Come away from them perms and dark and lovely and just for me. Come away from that. You know what I'm saying? So if you got kids that got hair like this, you have to add texture in their hair. So, and another thing, which is I'm about to say, it's how I'm going to say it, it's false. It's not true. They say you should cut the ends of your hair, the dead ends. And they say it makes your hair grow faster. That's a lie. That's not true. They tell you that for more money. Because I used to do that. I used to get my ends cut. You know what I'm saying? They tell me, it makes your hair grow and blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? No. You cut your ends does not make your hair grow. If you're the type of person that cut your ends like every month or every 3 months or whatever how you do it, it does not make your hair grow any faster, rapid fast. It does not do that at all. You know what I'm saying? Your hair grows regardless. You know what I'm saying? But only when you cut your ends is only for to keep it even. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Or you straighten out your hair and you want it to look better and you cut the ends of your hair. And that's why I don't cut my ends of my hair or straighten my hair anymore with a flat iron or a hot comb. I don't do that anymore. So I just let my hair be it is. I brush it out with a wig brush, take a brush, and I brush, that little top of my hair side, and I put some over to flatten it down, you know what I'm saying? And I use a blow dryer, you know what I'm saying, to straighten it out, you know what I'm saying? Put my grease in my scalp and run through it with a blow dryer and straighten it out temporarily. So cutting ends does not make your hair grow any faster. That's a lie, and they say that just to get more money out of you. So black women and biracial women need to take this up and learning how to take care of your hair. You know what I'm saying? And another thing, when you get them braids, like them micros or them whatever braided hair you use, you cannot leave them braids in your hair like that over a long period of time, like going into 2 months or 3 months. No, you have to take them braids out so your scalp can breathe, you know what I'm saying? So your pores in your head can breathe, you know what I'm saying? So it can be relieved and take, yeah. So if you leave them braids in and them micros in so long, you suffocating your scalp, you know what I'm saying? You suffocating the pores in your scalp so it won't get oxygen. So it can't get oxygen when you do that. So when you do that, you take the braids out. You can leave them in for like, a month or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But you can't leave it in too long, you know what I'm saying? But you have to do it in a month. You could do like three weeks or whatever. But you can't leave them micros in them braids that you use to braid your hair. You about to go out to the store and get some braided hair. You can't leave them braids in too long, you know what I'm saying? Sew-ins too. You know what I'm saying? Some say that sew-ins take your hair out, you know what I'm saying? Because it's braiding too tight, you know what I'm saying? Sewing it too, all that stuff like that. Same thing. You can't leave that sew-in too long, you know what I'm saying? So that's that. So like I said, black women and biracial women, you know what I'm saying, do not understand or don't have the knowledge of how to do their hair and everything, and the knowledge about their hair, the how way it is. And biracial women, you know what I'm saying, your hair is not bald straight like a full-fledged Caucasian. It's not, because you got something else in you, like black or whatever. So your hair got like a little wave, got like a curl to it. You know what I'm saying? It may be straighter, you know what I'm saying, than a full-fledged black person. But your hair is not straight like a full-fledged white person, Caucasian. So same way, you know what I'm saying, for biracial. If you want, you know what I'm saying, to have your hair long, you know what I'm saying, don't use no chemicals at all, because that would tear your head up, you know what I'm saying. So what you do is, if your hair is like a certain way, go out and get texture. Or if your hair already has texture, you know what I'm saying, just, you know what I'm saying, don't use chemicals. Just take a flat iron, you know what I'm saying. Don't put the flat iron too high, and don't use a hot comb on that stove leave it on that stove too long. You can straighten it out, you know what I'm saying, straighten out, and that's better, and that's the natural way, you know what I'm saying. But chemicals, you know what I'm saying, in your hair, that's not natural. And you can tell from a flat iron and a straightening comb and a relaxer and a whatever, you can tell the difference, because with a relaxer, you can see the strings of the hair much clearer than a flat iron, than hot comb. Drewize Topics. So express your comment, you know what I'm saying, your opinion in the comment. Like, share, and subscribe. Drewize Topics, and I'm out. Peace.